And good evening, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Sports Overtime. Keith and Keith with you tonight, bringing you all of the highlights from round 2 of the football playoffs.
We've got every game involving the mountain schools, including Prestonsburg and Lawrence County stop up in northern Kentucky. Or would that be down in northern Kentucky? And the defending national champs, the Wildcats. They play their first game tonight. It's a tough one. We'll tell you about that. Also, we want to talk a little sports with you about the playoffs and about the UK Cats. We can do that in the little segment we call You're Talking Sports. It's a little bit later on. 606-436-5757 is the number. Pick up the phone, give us a call on the question. A little bit later on, we'll call you back and we'll be talking sports.
That's right. We begin, though, with a very powerful Class A bracket in the mountains. Region 4 loaded with 4 teams that could pull off the win tonight. We begin in Harlan, where the Green Dragons were playing a rematch game with Lynn Camp. Harlan's only loss on its way to the district championship coming at the hands of Lynn Camp, 34-13. Tonight's game, the same site as Game 1 in Harlan. First quarter, no score. When quarterback Stephen Brock throws over the middle to Jason Yount, who breaks a tackle and then scampers into the end zone, 74 yards. Extra points good, make it Harlan 7-0. When you have Joe Melton and Quentin Henson in your backfield, why not go to your third leading ground gainer? Jeff Johnson, the long run around left end, pushed out of bounds. Switch sides of the field with the start second quarter, but give the ball to Jeff Johnson, who takes it inside the 10-yard line, and then give it up to Quentin Henson, who gets it down to the 5-yard line. When you need those final tough yards, you turn to Joe Melton. Up the middle, 5 yards, it's a score. 2-point conversion puts Lynn Camp ahead, 8-7. But what's a Harlan game without a T.J. Dunson highlight? Dunson running behind big number 66, Shane Doan. Dunson finally stopped with Wildcats 22. How about a little more Dunson? Takes it down to the 15-yard line. And 3 plays later, here comes T.J. Dunson into your living room. 3-yard touchdown score, but the 2-point conversion fails. Harlan up 13-8 with just under a minute to go in the half. Lynn Camp gets the ball back, and Quentin Henson rambles down the right side. He will be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct as he celebrates in front of Lynn Camp crowd. But you got to get into these games. They go back to Jeff Johnson, who receives the handoff from Henson. Johnson running down the left side, knocked out of bounds by John Bryant. 29 seconds left in the half. And 4 plays later, Kyle Mitchell, the quarterback, throws into the end zone for Will Holland. Touchdown, Lynn Camp. 2 seconds left in the half. 2-point conversion's good. Lynn Camp up 16-13 at that point, and they go on to win this one by a score of 22-19. 2 games in a row now that they have taken from Harlan, and we expected to see Harlan come out and play differently from that first game, and I think they did.
Lynn Camp and Harlan both have had great seasons. The only thing bad about the playoffs, somebody has to lose. Unfortunately, Harlan tonight. Our Rich Johnson was not only at this ball game, but Rich also at the first meeting of these 2 teams. That's and Rich, 2 tough ball games.
Oh man, watching those highlights just wears you out. Yeah, first of all, that was their only district loss to Lynn Camp earlier in the season. That was, I believe, their first district game. Harlan lost, and after that game, they changed their defensive scheme after that loss. They moved an extra man to the line to help stop the run. Didn't really help. So let's go ahead and take a look at the videotape. This was the first meeting against Lynn Camp and Harlan. Lynn Camp was up 13-0 in the first quarter, and they were able to stuff Dunson right there. You know, in the game, Dunson had 98 yards and 17 carries, but not exactly a Dunson-like performance. Then, you know, they were able to stop the run, and they also were able to run. Quentin Henson finding daylight. That run set up another touchdown, and Lynn Camp won that game 34-13. Now let's fast forward to tonight. Here, after the first Lynn Camp touchdown, Nick Jackson scores the 2-point conversion, and that'll prove big. Then Steve Brock, you know, almost disaster here for Harlan, almost throws the interception, but Nick Valentine cannot catch it, but Harlan would have to punt. And then when Lynn Camp got the ball, they fumble it themselves, but Newsom is able, actually Nick Jackson's able to pick it up, avoids further damage. Quentin Henson would come up with a big run, get them out of their poor field position. They would have to punt it. Then Harlan going for 2 after that T.J. Johnson touchdown. You know, they didn't get the points there, but then when Lynn Camp scored their final touchdown with just 2 seconds left in the half, they were able to get the 2-point conversion, and they go on to win that game by 3. They were up by 3 at halftime. So you look at those 3 2-point conversions, the 2 that Lynn Camp made, the 1 that Harlan didn't make, and that could have proved to be the difference tonight. Lynn Camp, though, another strong rushing performance by their squad, even though Harlan, you know, they had gotten better and were better at playing defense against the run the rest of the season, but they couldn't stop Lynn Camp tonight.
Tough loss for Harlan, big win for Lynn Camp.
That's right.
Well, the other Class A game in the mountains, the Pikeville Panthers would host Middlesboro. Now, the